Beautiful day to go picking. Check this out. People camped out for bike week. Lots of cars. About 72 degrees out. Nice and clear. Had to park on a different side this week. Crazy busy out here. Usually we start on the other side. I'm lost. A lot of cool stuff like this out here this week. Look at this. Motors. Yeah. I'm a little out of sorts this week. A lot of different vendors. A lot of bike week stuff. Which is cool. Spotted more NASCAR over here. Ooh, look at that. 2012 though. CO6 on the front. That's cool. Lots of that stuff. That's cool. Ornaments. Look at that with the gifts in the back. That one. Huh. Somebody had, look at this. Gotta get that. Corvette's hiding out in here. Definitely gotta get this stuff. Body shop. No, I did that and dropped them. Now I gotta buy them. What a dummy. That's alright. Well, they were mint. Alright, got those back together. Look at this. Hot Wheels Racing. Series. I remember that one. Pretty cool. S-Class. Get a 4-pack. I feel like I was just here last week. Oh, wait a minute, it was.
Yeah, but I don't do it.
Nice. Actually got blood on it. Red. Bush. What else we got? Mac Kenseth. One's an action and one's a winner circle. Oh, look at this one. Yeah, Junior. I gotta get these cards, man. I like to sit back and look at cards sometimes. Team collectible. Cool, I'm not that much of a fan to get that. Alright, that's cool. Pay $15 for a couple bags full. Pretty good. Let's go find Big Man. Let's see for 5. That's cool. Del Trev. Same stuff as last week. I think I'm going to skip the 6 for 5 this week. Go over to the table. What's up, big man? How are you? Some NASCAR, huh?
Yeah. Happy customer right here. Thank you.
Nice. All right. This very often. The cars. Not sure what's in it though. Not sure if it's complete. See how much you want. You know if it's complete?
I don't think so.
How much? 10? I'll take a chance, man. It's got the turn pieces in it. Probably the only one that would buy that. Look at this. Spotted that. That's cool. Sir, is this yours?
Yes, sir.
How much for a little car? How much for the car?
$10 each.
Ooh, okay. A little too rich for me. Appreciate you.
Give me some.
Oh, I get them for $1 or $2 out here, so I don't want to lowball you. Hang on to it. Thank you. Some people got that super limited, one-of-a-kind pricing out here. Well, guys, you can see a lot of people missing out here this week. It looked like it was going to rain this morning, so between that and bike week, people just didn't show up. Guys, still a ton of stuff out here. Just not the stuff I'm looking for. I used to have a lot of little metal figurines like this.
How much for this one?
Look at that. I don't know how much that is. Sir, how much for a little Hot Wheels?
5.
5?
Yeah, that's that came from my cousin. She worked for whatever that. Who's it?
Airwalk?
Huh?
Airwalk?
She was a manager, district manager in Oregon.
Huh.
And she got about 20 of them.
Alright, so we're tired of the market this week. We're not going to go home and see what we got until we come out next week and see if we can get more. See you then. Note to self, don't come out here on bike week. Look at that though. That's what we're checking out. That's cool. 1 week later. Bike week's cleared out. Still a lot of people. Let's go see what we find. Hey, somebody's driving the Hot Wheels out here. Always love to see those. 70 degrees out with a little bit of breeze.
You gotta laugh.
Babies. Sweethearts. Wow. Sumter swap meet. That's not where we're at, but pretty cool trip. What do we have? This old camper thing. You can see these a mile away. Pretty neat. Not my size though. Keep it moving. The deli tarp.
And this is a fancy one. And it's got the pocket in the side. You know, put the phone in there.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah.
This is a kind word for junk. Whenever you see a bunch of people huddled up, you gotta wonder what they're getting. Let's go peek. What is it?
$1, yeah. They already gone. Yeah, I will try to find it if I, okay? Let you change. Thank you.
How much on your little cars?
Which one? We wanted to buy only a couple of cars.
How much you got on the little cars?
Those are $2 each.
2 each?
You got these up there?
Yeah, okay.
And these?
Okay. All right, thank you, man. You're slacking this week. Let's see what we got in here. Already see some cool stuff. 2010. Oh yeah. The OBS. Another OBS. See if we can at least find 6 here. 8. Love that casting. Going with the surfboard, that's cool. Maybe look on the other side here. Real quick. Oh yeah. Yep. Couple little nuggets in here. Yes, sir. All those things. And there you go. See what I get that. Everything I done is done.
That was quick. You can leave those here for a while if you want. All right, Mono. These in here are new dollar cars.
Oh, dollar cars?
Yeah, so Hot Wheel on this side, Matchbox, and then just a mix of different specialty Hot Wheels. And the whole middle row of these adventure coasters.
Okay. Mess it up if I'm not going to get anything.
Man, we gotta slow down in that cart.
There's the Easter
Slow
car.
down.
I needed that one. I just found it. So.
Man, you have your directional on the whole time. Come on.
These are cool too, man.
10.5 wide.
I love that car.
That's 10.5 medium.
It's a cool one too.
Wider.
That one. The little Malibu. All right. One week Josh will get out here. Hopefully.
So bad. Cannot feel anything in my fingers. That's my opinion, and I don't know what else.
It's fast. Back here. Sir, how much on your little cars?
$2 each, 3 for
$2.
5.
There's one person's collection. Let me look through it a little bit. Not a mystery anymore. That one. Oh, that was pretty careless when we grabbed it by the plastic. Might have been already open. That's what I'll tell myself. Hey. The only right thing to do when you do something like that is buy it. Any other nuggets? Doesn't look like it. Extra. Look at this. I'm gonna get that one too. So I may as well get that dragster. Any other kind of old ones here? Maybe. Oh yeah, look at this. Got a bigger like that. Cool. Alright. Well, look over here. Huh. How much on your little car, sir?
One's out. Depends on where they're at. If they end the table there, $2, 3 for 5. Some of this stuff back here, $2, and $5, $6. Depends on what they are. These here, they're a little bit different. These here are a little bit more. Some of them are $5 a piece on some of them.
Got any dollar cards?
There's probably some scattered throughout. It all depends on what they are, you know. A lot of it's more fun. I don't have anything.
Little cars, man. Little cars.
$2 on this little baby flyer, guy.
Actually, I'm gonna keep that. Yep.
Okay. 10 apiece? For the pair. The little one and the big one. How much on the knives? How about 15 for roll?
Still usable, but you trade in for $100 for the most part. $2 on that thing, partner. If you use it, get it off the table.
So what does it do? Does it fill it up?
This little heat gun, I guess, fill it up.
I don't like carrying them around too much, you know.
I would have to try it. This tip comes off. I had one the other day. There's 3 of them. Some of the other ones I haven't actually.
How much you say on the loose ones?
Depends on what they are, but it could be anywhere from, there might be some stuff in there. Quite a few. How much? Old Jeeper. How about 5 for the pair? That'd be $2 a piece, roughly. That little thing here. That's it is a Ferrari. How about just maybe $4?
All right, I'll pass on those. Thank you, though.
How much on the Volkswagen? Everybody likes the Volkswagen.
Yeah, cool stuff, but not in the best condition. A wide view. So kind of packed this place is. Gotta walk by a lot of stuff to find what I'm looking for. That one there, looks out.
So how you been, man?
Pretty good, man. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. Just
That's an oldie but goodie there.
got here a little bit late, yeah.
All right, here we are. Zoomed in, sorry guys. Hopefully you can see everything. sheet and go down the side here. Pull one. Put my stuff over here.
How you doing today? What I got on it? More? No. Not for A&W. But thank you. No. Yep.
Go.
What? I don't need
Was he gonna just take it back home?
Bigger motor. Ooh. Hey, who's the other one?
Any of the maps are $1 each. That who got it from me? Okay. I don't know. I don't even know that that's your husband. How much did he pick me for?
He's picking up other
I don't know that that's your husband, but you know about the block. You're good. He was gonna just carry it and go, no, let me wrap it and bubble wrap and put it in the box. And he goes, yeah. And he goes, oh, I'm all right carrying it. Carrying it's not what I'm worried about. When you put it in the car on the way home and something slides. Or, yeah. Too much money to let it break.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.
Did you see the movie?
too much, but
A lot of other places they had white furniture. The period. He was in his administration. He
look at these super NT hunts.
They're opposites, and it was good. It was good rivalry. And he was nobody looked at it.
Good stuff. Bigger scale.
But they had rivalry. Yeah, it was a healthy rivalry. It wasn't.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly.
It wasn't like today, you know, where everything was, at each other's throat and
You know, maybe 1860 when that had to do with Buchanan being that was Jackson. Jackson would pull out the militia to put down.
How much on the vet, man?
The secession, right?
A rev
To
on that.
you, $40.
$40?
Yep. Just to you, though.
Buchanan's got to be about the worst president we've ever had.
It is clean.
I just read.
But you know how I am.
Grant.
Yeah, no, you got phenomenal stuff, man.
Try and
didn't-
get them clean.
I didn't bring enough out this week for that, but
What's his name right after?
I'll make sure I do next time.
They had such a
And on the Pinto,
it was decided.
Which one?
I mean, it was back.
Whatever, $40 on either one of them.
40. Okay.
Yeah, he was such a good.
All right, I'll bring more money out. Just to have some of these metal things. Look at that. That's a unit. Oh, wow. Might need a tetanus shot before you dig through there. Nothing in them. Yeah, they're both empty. That ain't no fun. Ooh, look at that. Nice formation this morning. Still got this thing. Don't tempt me. Throw a Hellcat motor in here and this thing would be, oh man, pretty wild. 98,000 miles. Oh, it drove here. All right, guys, we hit the vegetables. Well, pretty good day of picking. Now let's go home and see what we got. Back home. Man, 2 weeks worth of picking. Tons of stuff. Let's get into it. Start off with last week's stuff. Oh, well, look at that. That was a close call. Already dropped them once out there. Two sets of cards. What are these, muscle cars? Just random muscle cars in here. All the bios and stats on the back. This one's a vet set. Pretty cool. Well, if you guys are interested, stick around till the end of the video. We'll do a little bonus and show the cards. Never seen these before. Check this out. Body Shop. Nice C5 Corvette. Pretty neat. Looks like you can put it all together. Easy to do wheel swaps on that one. Huh. I don't know what this is all about, but it's like somebody won this stuff in an auction. And a C3 Corvette. L88. That's pretty nice. I was gonna say it's missing something right here, but no, that's the windshield. Those are awesome. American Muscle. And picked up the cards and all these NASCAR for 15 bucks. Not a bad deal. Especially considering there's some in here that I've never picked up before. Look at these Hot Wheels. Looks like the Justice League theme on these. Matt Kenseth. Kurt Busch. That's cool with the Superman car. Ricky Rudd driving Wonder Woman. Here we go. Hey, that's the one you want to be in. Greg Biffle in The Flash. Of course, I guess Superman's just as fast as Flash, right, in the comics. Almost as fast, not quite. Here we have Joe Nemechek, number 42, the real yellow pages. Anybody know what those are? Still make those? The yellow pages? Number 33. What is that? Oakwood Homes. Oakwood Homes. Okay, just an Oakwood Homes car. I'm not real sure who the driver was. Let me get my glasses. Joe Nemechek, maybe? As far as my eyes can see, I'm going to say Joe Nemechek. Oakwood Homes. Here's a winner circle. Number 3, Dale Earnhardt Jr. AC Delco car. That was a fun time in NASCAR era right there. Bunch of Dales. There's a plain Jane number 8 Budweiser car. Another winner circle. Another winner circle with all the livery. Junior. And number 8 action car. Let's see the difference between the two. Not sure which one's better. This one looks newer. Could be wrong. Get a nice wide view for this. Look at that. World class Darta stunt race set. Man, I've only had a couple of these Darta cars in my life, and they are cool. You can see all about them right there. German engineered. I used to have a Corvette, I remember, that was really quick. Pullback cars. A lot of stuff here. Scale speed of 600. That's crazy. I already took a peek inside, and unfortunately, the cars are not in it. I paid $10 for the whole thing. I got a loop, a couple turns, connectors. I won't bore you with the rest. Missing quite a bit, but you know, when I engineer a track, I can always throw these into the loop. No pun intended. On to the second outing. Good stuff. No particular order here. Admittedly, these things fell over in my trunk and kind of got scattered around, so might have got mixed up a little bit, but that's all right. They're all from the same place, going to the same place. Start off with this nice GR Supra. Got the Greddy on the side. Cool car. Always like the funny cars. Don't think the top flips up on this one. It looks riveted. Can't quite remember now. I think it does not flip up. Very cool color scheme. Looking beautiful in the sun. Love this thing. Look at that. Swoop coupe. That nice dark red on the fenders. Flame job. White car. Split window. The exhaust in the back. Man, that is cool. Swoop coupe. Rimac Nevera. Fastest car on this table in real life. That thing is ridiculous. Couple of Lexus here. LS 400s. Different colors. Oh, why am I zoomed out? That's better. 94 Lexus LS 400s. Still on the road. Tough car to kill. DeLorean, DMC DeLorean. This one's painted over the stainless steel. Might be a wrap. Couldn't believe I found it. I might have one or two of these in my collection, but I don't remember having a blue one. Man, what a beauty. 09 ZR1. You can see the supercharger right there through the hood. Have to say that's pretty much my favorite car in the world. Here we have a 65 Pontiac GTO. Beautiful paint job. The GOAT. My mom had one of these way back in the day. Here we go. Cadillac Escalade. Nice gray chrome interior. Bling. Nice big body Benz here. SEC AMG. It's a 560. Wow, that thing is cool. Love the wide body kit. Sunroof. There's a Mazda Repu. Urban Outlaw. It's a neat car. Another GOAT. This is the Jelly Bean. 06 Pontiac GTO. Holden Monaro. Like this one with the wheelie bars. Nice color. And we got this one. Is it the Catfish? Nah. That doesn't have the front fascia update. That has the original front end, but still cool. 95 Camaro. Like the American flag livery. And here we have a beautiful white Dodge Coronet Super B. Man, tough to tell, but it's got kind of a pearl. Nice pearl in the paint. Beautiful car. Cadillac 16. Notoriously fast on the track. Got a nice King of the Hill planned pretty soon here, so some of these cars may make an appearance. Another GOAT, 70, Vert. Another Benz, really red. 500E. That's a nice one. 33 Ford Roadster. Love any of these. Here's a Jaguar XJ220. I don't think I got this from the same guy. Yeah, these things got mixed up in the bags. Sorry guys if you're trying to keep track, but they're all here. Nice pearl paint job on that. Hey, another Benz. C-Class. This one's got a crazy paint job on it. That's back when Hot Wheels just kind of ran out of ideas and said, throw whatever you want on the car. Make it look cool. Shout out to Mike. Pick this up. Power Command Racers. Man, I don't even remember these. No batteries required. From what it looks like, you pull the car back, then you blow on the spoiler in the back, and it like triggers it to go. Anyway, awesome Corvette. Got the, what is that, the Buick Stalker? I think so. Okay, here we go. Being careful not to hold the wheels, pull car back and forth until you hear a clicking sound. Blow the command word power. How are you going to blow and say power at the same time? And cars will take off like magic. Or simply touch the rear wing with your fingertips and the racer will go too. Cars are touch and air pressure sensitive. Move switch on the bottom to change from power to freewheeling mode. Huh. There's all the cars you can get. Man, 1989. Thanks for showing that to me and selling it to me, Mike. Pretty awesome. All right, last bag. Let's take a little break and we'll be right back. All right, last bag of cars. Some good ones in here. Set to the side and keep going through it. Man, look at this. Radio Flyer wagon with black walls. That's my favorite version of that. 1996 first edition. And how many of us kids would have loved to have something like that? Shock Factor. I love this with the big chubby 4x4 black walls. Just huge slicks. Probably my favorite wheel ever when it comes to Hot Wheels. Could be used as a drag slick in the back of a funny car or a 4x4 tire. A lot of versatility. XJ220 with Ultra Hot Wheels. Love those too. Gold medal speed. Hey. Twang Thing. That's the Rock and Rod series. The cool metallic red. Kind of a reddish pink. Very cool. Love the Twang Thing. Fashion Ever Chevy Nova. You guys know every time I see a Fashion Ever, I got to pick that up. I don't believe I have this particular color car. Works perfect with the wheels. That's a beauty. Man. And I love the dragsters when I see them. This is pre-T-Hunt, but it does have the Circle Flame logo on the top and the side. Not sure what to call these Circle Flame logo cars that are pre-T-Hunt, but kind of a collectible lane in and of itself. Somebody needs to do a deep dive on how many cars got the Circle Flame logo before the T-Hunt. Look at this. Buick Grand National First Edition. Awesome looking red. A little bit of sparkle in that paint. Got to get it at the right angle. Another sparkly one here at the right angle. 300ZX. Ultra Hots. Same stuff on the back. There's a Volvo Gasser. Hot Wheels on the side. It's a neat car. Always got to pick up Gassers. And this thing. Made a rookie mistake by picking it up by the plastic. Tore it out of there. Not sure if it was already open. By the looks of this, I didn't do all this to it. So it was probably already open. Somebody peeked at it. What is it? It's this thing. It's the Corvette. That's the Stingray concept thing. Nice car to have. Nice heavy metal on metal car. Not even sure if that was one of the cars in there. Let's see. Did it say? No. Maybe you guys know. Did that Corvette ever come in a mystery pack? I know everybody was looking for the Bugattis back in the day, but... And here we have a Matchbox. IMSA Mustang. Love the road race cars. Wide body. Super fast wheels. That's neat. A few random things here. There's an 08 commemorative car. NASCAR 1948 to 2008. 60 years. Cool little card here. At this thing. These are cool. Just regular cars or concepts or fantasy cars with NASCAR livery. This is a Phaeton. UAW Delphi. Another one of those here. This is the sprint car. Another Phaeton. And here we have a Demon Pfizer car. This was nice to get. Look at that. 83 Chevy Silverado. Love the colorway on that. That is perfect for the 80s. Jumping around the bed here. Johnny Lightning Hot Rods. Guess that's the name. Boomungus? Boomungus. Wonder if that was a real car. Sure is cool looking. Package is almost open. That might make it to a race. Always curious how these Johnnies would perform. Back tire on that thing, man. That is cool. The set of Krager's on there. Love the old pine green color. Man, I bet that's pretty once you get it out of that blister. Another one. Krager's on it. GT 500. Right, this thing. Have not seen any of these on the road yet. I understand they're riding around California already, but Volkswagen ID Buzz. New for 2023. It's 2024 and I still haven't seen one. This thing. Man, what a beach vehicle right here, huh? Land Rover on the surfboard. Flip down windshield. That's very cool. Another thing you could stick the boards in. 64 Chevy Nova wagon. This one's slammed. Love the wagons. Man, cool that Hot Wheels made this. 57 Jeep FC. The stuff in the back. Tire. All kinds of little doohickeys back there. The winch in the front. That's awesome. This thing. 70 Dodge Power Wagon. Old body style. The muddy tires. Get the mud splashing up on the side of it. That's neat. Cute little tuned 83 Chevy Silverado. So, where are we at? We've got the real one and the tuned one. That's cool. And the last thing in the bag. 2010 Racing Champions. Little commemorative car. Nice chrome. That's neat. 1989 to 1999 Racing Champions. All right, guys, that'll do it. Not my biggest haul, but very cool stuff. Found some things I never thought I'd see. All right, guys, stick around if you want. We're going to do a little bonus and show some of these cards. Be right back. All right, guys, if you stuck around this long, it's because you're either a card collector or you just like muscle cars. Let's see, how should we do this? There's a ton of cards here. Get them all out of here. Rather than go through these one by one, why don't we play a little game? I noticed that not only do you have the photos of the cars on the front, you've got the stats on the back. So everything from engine size, optional engines, optional transmissions, production numbers, and quarter mile times. So first up, a 63 426 Ram Charger taking on a Buick Grand Sport. 67. We'll just go quarter mile. 12.4 versus a 13.7. Fast car. Winner over here. Loser over here. We got a 1970 AMC Mark Donahue Javelin versus a Buick Grand Sport Stage 1. 1450 versus 1540. Huh. Left lane takes it again. Here we have a 67 Ford Fairlane 500 XL taking on a Galaxy 427. 14.0 to 1410. And left lane takes it again. 69 Chevy Nova SS396 versus a 69 Barracuda. 1387 versus 1412. Wow. Left lane's the lane to be in. Z28 1970 versus a Coronet, both from the 70s. 1411 versus 1470. Hey, this is rigged. 69 Ford Talladega versus a 66 Chevy Nova SS. 1510 versus 1470. Hey, we got one. We've got a Ford Mustang with 289 horsepower versus a 70 Dodge Challenger RT. I'd take the Challenger. 1365 versus 1570. We have a 67 Chevy Impala SS 427 versus a Z28. 1375 versus, wow, a lot slower than I thought it would be. 1575. Why is that? That must be a typo. 62 Chevy Biscayne 409 versus a Boss 302. And Boss 302 wins with a 1457 versus a 149. There we have a Ford Mustang Boss 429 taking on a AMC Rebel Machine. 1440 versus 1368. Of course, you guys can pause and zoom if you want to read the rest of the stuff on the back. Hey, 69 Corvette L88 taking on the 68 Dodge Super Bee. 1460 versus 1309. Here's another Super Bee. This is a 6-pack faster car. Oldsmobile 442. Wow, one like my dad had. 1389 versus 138. Wow, 6-pack squeaks it out. Cool story about this car. My dad had one. Me sitting in the passenger seat. My cousin in the back seat. I'm like 10 years old. Pulls out of my grandmother's driveway and I say, "Spin the tires, Dad." And he lights them up halfway down the road. Cop pulls around the corner behind him. Comes up to the car and says, "Why'd you do that?" He goes, "Because my son asked me to." He goes, "If your son asked you to jump off a bridge, would you do it?" He goes, "Probably." I love my dad. We have a Buick GSX taking on a Dodge Daytona. 13.7 versus a 1392. I'm all mixed up now. Dodge Charger versus another 6-pack. 13.8 versus 1373. Winner there. Right lane. 68 Dodge Super Bee versus a Dodge Coronet RT. 1460 versus 1435. Coronet wins it. Oh, we got a dupe. Another 442 W30 versus a GSX. 1389 versus 137. GSX is quicker. 427 Cyclone taking on a Cougar GTE. 1381 to 1512. Oldsmobile 442 versus a Cutlass 442, older one, 66. And the older one's 0.2 faster. 13.8 versus 14.0. 71 Dodge Charger. And then we got a Challenger RT. Both 71 cars. 1295 versus 1375. It's a fast car. Ford Torino Cobra 428. 71 Plymouth Hemi Cuda. 13.7 versus 1394. 0 to 60 in 6.9. That tells you that car was spinning the tires for the first half of the track. Dodge Demon 340 versus a Hearst 442. 5.9 for the 442 0 to 60 time. 1398, 1480. Challenger Rally versus a Challenger 340 TA. 1399 versus 15.5. Man, how cool are these cards? Got a 70 AMC Javelin taking on a Ford Mustang Mach 1. 1393 versus 1450. Nothing could touch my SS 396 taking on an AMX. 1380. 1380 to 14.4. Chevelle wins it. Charger RT versus Z28. 1434 versus 1383. AMC AMX versus a Grand Sport. 1489 versus 1406. One for the AMCs. Goat versus a Cyclone. 1440 versus 14.8. Cougar Eliminator 302. 427 Cobra. Now this is a fast car. 1220 versus 1440. This car went 0 to 60 and back down to 0 in 10 seconds, or under 10 seconds. You can see why. 0 to 60 was 4.5 seconds. Fast car. Ford Torino GT versus a Chevelle 454. Big block car. 1312 versus 1479. Ford GT versus a Charger. 1438 versus 15.6. AMC Rambler SC versus a Shelby Mustang. 1470 versus 1414. Pretty sure these are factory statistics, so. Chevy Corvette 67 versus a Shelby Daytona, two fast cars. 1380 versus a 1270. This is real fast. Ooh, another fast one. 69 Yenko versus a Chevy Camaro SS396. Wow. Fastest car yet there, guys. 1194 for the Yenko. 13.0 for the SS396. Ford Talladega versus a Charger 500. 1470 versus 1348. 70 Z28 versus a 70 Dodge Coronet RT. 1470 versus 1411. When's it? Charger 500 versus Hemi Challenger RT. 1295 versus 1348. Another Shelby Daytona versus a Yenko. Gotta say the Yenkos wins it. Yep, 1194 versus 1270. So we got a few dupes in here, but not too many. Another SS396 Chevy Corvette. 1380 versus 13.0. Shelby Mustang versus the Rambler SC. 1414 versus 1470. Rambler takes it. Charger versus SS396. 1432 versus 1438. That's a close race. 64 Olds 442. 65 Chevy Chevelle Z16. 1460 versus 1550. Chevelle for the win. Hemi Roadrunner versus a 427 Cobra. Of course, the Cobra is going to take that. 1220. Mercury Cougar Eliminator Boss. Ford Torino GT. 1479 versus 1440. Man, this would be a great coffee table card game, right? Get a group of friends around, pass out the cards, play for pinks. Mustang GT versus a Chevy Chevelle SS454. 1312 versus 15.6. Dodge Daytona versus a Mach 1. 1392 versus 1393. Wow, Daytona squeaked it out by a tenth. Challenger versus a 442, first edition. 1398 versus 1399. Here we have a Dodge Charger Rally versus a Torino Cobra. 1394 versus a 15.5. Ford wins that one. 442 versus a Dodge Demon. 71 Dodge Demon. 1480 versus a 13.8. Hemi Cuda versus a Mercury Cyclone. 13.7 versus a 1440. 69 Cuda versus a 442. It's a Formula S Cuda. 1412 versus a 14.0. 442 for the win. There's a big old car. 71 Plymouth Sport Fury GT versus a Oldsmobile Hearst Edition. 1599 versus 1530. Two boats. Here we have a Cuda versus a Goat. 14.3 versus 14.05. You got a Roadrunner taking on a Firebird. Beautiful photography on these. A lot of these look like they were shot in the same spot and were around that same area. I don't know, who knows. 15.40 to 60, that's fast. 13.90 versus 14.35. It's cool the way you have all this info here. Just sit here and read for hours. Oldsmobile Cutlass versus a Dodge Dart. 13.70 versus 14.9. AMC Hornet versus a Judge. I don't know why I'm reading it that way. Oh well. 1422 versus 1490. GTO versus a Duster. 1472 versus 1425. Goat for the win. There we go. Got a Superbird made for the ovals and a GTO Judge. Love that car. 1360 versus 1426. Goat for the win. 67 Plymouth Hemi Satellite taking on a 340 Cuda. 1467 versus 1308. Wow, that's fast. That was a sleeper, huh? Pontiac Firebird 400. Roadrunner 440. 1371 versus 1403. Here we have a Hemi GTX Trans Am 455. 1402, 1350. Trans Am for the win. Here's the Barracuda Formula 340 Plymouth GTX. 1385 to 1422. Hey, two real race cars. Ford Mustang Funny Car and a Mercury Comet AFX. This one ran a 895 to a 1075. Pretty cool. Neat to see those in there. Got two more race cars. Dodge Hemi, Ford Falcon, 1093 to a, these don't have the exact time, 8 seconds at over 130. The Hemi's faster. Goat versus a Grand Sport, 14.8 to 13.7. Buick wins it. L88 Corvette versus a Javelin Trans Am. 1309 to 1450 to race. Ooh, this might be the fastest car in the bunch. 62 Biscayne 409. She's real fine, my 409. Boss 302. 1457 to 14.9. I was wrong. Not so fine. $289 horsepower Mustang versus a SS 427. No chance. 1575 to 1570. I was wrong. The 289 horsepower beats out the 427 big block. That's nuts. 442 versus a 396. 1432. 1550. Come up against the Cobra, you're probably going to lose. Boss 302 versus the Cobra, 12-2 to 1440. That'd be like the equivalent of the Joker card in a game of cards, right? Or an ace. 454 versus a Torino GT, 1312 versus 1479. Dodge Charger versus Shelby Mustang, 1438 versus 1470. Charger wins it. SS 396 versus another Daytona. 1270 versus 1300. I imagine if you showed up at the track with one of these, you'd just be cheating. Daytona versus GSX. 13.7 versus 13.92. It's amazing how close these things were. 442 versus a 340. It's like all the manufacturers were watching each other. We could beat them by a tenth. 13.99 versus 14.0. Look, perfect example. Goat versus Hurstols. 1530 to 1405. Dodge Dart 340. That's a 69 versus 69 Firebird. 1390 versus 1371. That was a Dart that won that. AMC Hornet versus a Goat. 1422 to 1490. Plymouth Duster versus a Goat. 1425 to 1472. Goat wins it. GTO Judge versus a Superbird. 1426 versus 1360. Goat was pretty quick. 340 CUDA versus Hemi Satellite. 67. 1308. Wow, that was fast. Really fast. 1467. Roadrunner versus a Firebird. 1371 to 1403. Another race car, we saw that one. Saw these two already, right? This thing, 1105. 1075 at 127. 1093. So the Comet was a little faster. Oh, then we got the checklists in here. Show the different cards in the collection. Hurstols versus a Goat. 1530 to 1405. That's the GTO for the win. Here we have a Duster versus a Hornet. I say bring back the names, man. Stop with the all the different letters and numbers. 1422 to 1472. Plymouth Sport Fury GT versus the Oldsmobile Hearst Edition. 1599 to 1530. Goat versus Akuta. 1405 to 143. Roadrunner versus a Trans Am. 1390 to 1435. I mean, anytime you see a 0 to 60 in 5.4 seconds on a bias ply tire, that's amazing. This car might have not been on a bias ply. It's like it has BF Goodrich TAs on it or something. Cutlass W31 versus a Dart 440. 14.9 to 1371. Hornet versus a Judge. 1422 to 1490. Man, these AMCs tear up the track, huh? Duster versus a GTO. 1425 to 1472. GTO Judge versus a Superbird. 1360 to 1426. Hemi Satellite versus a CUDA. It's a 67 car. 13.8. That is so crazy. Pontiac Firebird versus a Roadrunner. 14.3 to 1371. 67 Hemi GTX versus a Trans Am 455. 1404 versus 1402. Close race there, but the Hemi takes it. GTX versus a Trans Am. 1350 to 1385. Trans Am gets the revenge. Oh, this won't be fair. Let's race these two. Same deal here. This was a, this car went what? 8 seconds, 895, close race. Another repeat here, another repeat here. There we go. Oh, let's race this guy. CUDA Formula 340 versus a Grand Sport. 1489, 1422, CUDA wins it. GTO versus Grand Sport. 13.7 to 14.8. AMX versus a Z28. 1434 to 1406. Charger RT versus a Merc Donahue Javelin. 1383 to 1546. '63 Galaxy 427 versus the AMX. 1410 to 1446. Chevy Chevelle 396 Trans Am. Javelin Trans Am. 1450 to 1380. Chevelle for the win. L88 Corvette versus the AMC Rebel Machine. Rebel Machine ran a 1440, 1309 for the vet. 67 Z28 versus a Boss 302. Rivalry there. 1375 to 1457. Camaro's win it. 62 Chevy Biscayne 409. Real fine. 14.9. I got bars. 1368. We got a 70 Dodge Challenger RT. Chevrolet Impala 427. 1365 to 1575. I think that's a typo. It's got to be a typo. Little Mustang versus the Nova SS. 1510 to 1570. This time the SS takes it. 65 Chevelle versus a 67 Chevelle. 1432 to 1460. And last two cars lined up. Roadrunner versus a Cutlass. 1334 to 1550. Roadrunner for the win. That was fun. That could be a whole video in and of itself, right? Get a bunch of guys together and have a little game. These are not going to be the same. These are all Corvettes. Some sort of checklist. Oh, I see what this is. So this is going to start at like the C1. And we go into what, the C2? Yeah, man. These are awesome. Hope you guys can see them. Not really hold them up all. What's on the back of these? Oh yeah, good bio stuff. Doesn't have the quarter mile or 0 to 60. That's all right. It's got all the factory options, which is important. C2 era? C3 era. Getting into the C3 era now, right? Guess these are a little mixed. I'm gonna have to get these right. Those are C2s. Then we get into the C3s. Well, I guess the cards were in order, but that's half the fun, right? That's a C3 thing. That's a C3. Man, these are mixed up. Just got the different flags. I guess they changed the flags a couple times mid-model. Yeah, these are just to get all those together. C4s. This is probably only going to go up to C4, right? Oh, that's a, what is that, a Callaway? Just this, I don't know what that is, just a body kit. There's a ZR1. The ZR1 right there. You can always tell those cars are a little wider. I always look at the license plate. See this little extra reflector on the sides of the license plate right there? That's how you know from a distance it's a ZR1, because the whole back end is wider. There's a Callaway. Concept car. Couple concepts. Hey, look at that. That's like the one we got in the mystery pack. Stingray race car. That's awesome. Oh, look at these. Oh, Mario Andretti. What are these doing in there? Pretty neat. That is what? XP895 Corvette. Rear engine car. So C8's definitely not the first rear engine car for a Corvette. Corvette boat. There's a rear engine Corvette. Mario Andretti. Andretti made it in the Corvette batch. That's cool. And then Callaway Speedster. And last but not least, this thing. Original versus futuristic. All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with me and checking out these cards. Happy picking out there. Hope you find what you're looking for. Take care.